So I figured I would continue with the readings. Sorry, my desk is kind of a mess. Or just a spicy disaster. I really like that meme, if you can't tell. Probably used it several times. Anyway, so I was just thinking, I promised to do a channeling reading, like what is channeling, how does it work, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So channeling is when you have the ability to, I'm just going to speak to women right now. Please, dudes, just turn your ears off because you're not going to hear this the right way. It doesn't matter how I phrase it. It is the best kind of meditation I've ever experienced, okay? So you know how, ladies, annoying your boyfriend is when he's like, oh, I'm just going to watch TV for a while or play this game or whatever. It's annoying in the most endearing way possible, trust me, right? However, it's annoying. Like, you don't really want to put up with it. But what they're doing when they do that is turning their brain all the way off, which is something that as females, we really suck at doing, okay? Imagine not thinking about anything, like not any particular subject, not any particular person, not any particular place. You're just literally thinking directly about yourself in that moment and everything that is encompassed. Am I comfortable? Do I need to go to the bathroom? Am I kind of hungry? Do I need something to drink? This game is really interesting. What are the new features that have been added? Like, I need you to understand. This is so annoying because even as, like, kind of a tomboy a little bit, I'm not going to lie about that. It's even something that I struggle with. As a woman with, like, new men, I have to, like, understand them. I can't just, like, accept that they don't really, sometimes they really don't think. Like, when you say, what are you thinking about? And they're like, nothing. They really do mean it. They mean it to the extent that nothing can mean nothing, okay? And like, as soon as you understand that, this is not funny, okay? Your discontentment level will decrease. They really aren't thinking about anything else. Like, when they're guilty, when they've, you know, like, been bad or something, that's when they're gonna be like either trying to be real overindulgent of you or underindulgent, like just really passive. Like, what is wrong with you? You're acting like I've never taken a breath in my life, you know? That's the opposite. This is literally, like, I don't know how to explain this to women. It used to drive me crazy because I have a lot of guy friends that I used to have a lot of guy friends, right? And they would date my girlfriends, my friends that were females around me. And yeah. Just friends. They were just friends that were around me. And because of that, I don't know how I got the title of, like, I don't know what they call that. Like, you know, when you're, like, in school, in elementary school, and you're like, oh, that's the home mother or the room mother or whatever. That's kind of the way it kind of felt. Okay. A little bit, just a little bit. Not a lot, but just a little bit. So that being the case, there's this need to understand that when men are being men, they're just literally being men. They're not thinking about anything, I promise you. When they say they're not, they're not. And unfortunately, as a female who sees the back side of this thing quite often, because of my tomboy nature, I'm just going to be really quite honest with you. When you keep harping on it over and over again and harping on it and just, I mean, like, you dwell on it every day, it is not a bad thing, right? If you're okay with them not thinking about anything, like if you're just like, okay, fine, like I have stuff I want to do. Like I want to go flip tarot cards, or I can go cook, or iron these clothes out, or whatever, right? There's there's a disparity between what you're thinking and what's really going on, and that is why I'm trying to translate this for you in a way that you can understand. Maybe be a little bit more vulnerable to the fact that they're not always thinking some nefarious thoughts. Okay, yeah. Sometimes he doesn't have much to say. He's kind of hoarse. Not a lot of new thoughts for that day. Maybe it was kind of mundane. It was just a day. Nothing to see here. We run this back. I'll do it with another set of cards. Let's do it with the Eye of Ra, since we ended on, this. Yeah, okay. Staying in tune with all of the above, there's this dragon energy, this horse energy, this turtle energy, and this fox energy. So there's some type of energy that feels like it can't be sneaky. And I do feel like it is this, like, gone. Something is gone with the wind. It's kind of, it's an old Western. It is the Westworld meets, I'm hearing Boy Meets World. I think that's with Topanga. Not sure. And then there's this other energy that's kind of strange. It's like a new translation that doesn't make any sense to this other side. So we're going to separate sides, right? This one doesn't feel like it has any coverage. No way to maneuver. No way to move. The old way is now over. The new way is now taking its place in a weird way. It's the old man beating the blah blah out of out of the baby, unfortunately. So that's a lose-lose situation, though, if you think about it. So what do you want, the baby to beat the old man? You know what I mean? Like, there has to be some kind of passion for some kind of secret, juxtaposition, a crossroads that could be met between the two before the new year, before the clock strikes 12 is what I'm hearing. That is the creativity that is being cultivated right now. And when you don't understand what cultivation of energy looks like, oftentimes you get caught in the crosshairs. It looks like a target on your forehead, which it would be tragic, okay? This is really, I'm being kind of silly and flippant about it, but that is what it is. It's a understanding that life doesn't have to be conclusive. And it's awkward. Oh, it's so awkward. It says don't speak up. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of felt that coming. Maybe saying too much. This is Mama Kumba Bang. And I just want you to see, like, She has the entire everything ready to, like, loaded up, ready to go. Like, it's already in the boat. It's already on the river. She knows which direction it's going. There's a wealth of whatever you want right about there. And that's the same energy that is, this is number 33. It's the difference between passion and lust. It's the difference between, I do want to say a red moon and like a regular full moon. Right now, there's some type of a, like, this is mystical energy to me. It is. And please take this with a grain of salt. I'm a strange human. Okay. Stranger things have happened than me. So don't take this too literally. However, do take it quite literally. Okay. So this is the horse whisperer information. This is the silent. This is the information that comes from the silence. 1111. Ophelia just arrived. Hello. Oh, you like that? There's somebody kind of passionately watching that silence. And there's something about the ancestral dragging, kind of reptilian energy, the passion behind that, being pulled by this horseman energy that stands behind a lot of the doctrines that we have promoted about our own backsides, other people's backsides. This is how they're evil, and that's how they're improper, and just a whole lot of judgment. And that judgment had really no, when you put these together, I'm just going to be real blatant about this. This is the eye inside of the dollar bill. You see the eye? There's a little floating triangle, the upward pointing fire triangle at the top of the dollar bill. This is what pulls the rest of humanity. This is the privilege that as Americans, as United States citizens, this is what we hold as a quintessential kind of piece of who we are. And I'm not talking about a part of who we are. I'm talking about a peace of mind. I'm talking about seeing the flag through the night. I'm talking about a very steadfast, sovereign energy that holds you together. If you are privy to how it might feel to lose a significant other overnight as an emergency responder or as any type of volunteer, somebody who's works not for profit, right? If that person loses their life in the middle of the night, I'm lining up 3 different stacks right here. So imagine these are library stacks. This is the middle of the night, losing the one that held you down, or that you thought held you down at least, right? That has now become the friendship that you look back on, but is not actually there. The wealth, like when you think about the word wealth, it has to do with your well-being. So if someone doesn't see you as a being, they see you as a vessel that can be anchored, that can be steered, that can be maneuvered, can be manhandled, then it was never a friendship. It was always this crossroads. I'm just noticing here there's only 2 arrows, and here there's 3 points of intersection. So this is 23 in my mind. Maybe 26, maybe 46. I don't care how you see it. Yeah, 46 divided by, I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. There's a, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how this breaks down. This is a soul forgiveness. And it's because, like, when you're friends with somebody, when you love somebody unconditionally, because that's what friendship really is, you don't really ever develop this sense of, like, hatred towards them specifically. The energy that they embody in specific moments of time, you may not be wild about. So this is Sekhmet, the wounded healer, coming out with the friendship. I also do want to say that it's not about rejuvenation of that friendship. It's about acknowledgement of what it was, the role that it played in your world, in your life, in your planet, on this earth, while your vessel was freely maneuvering to get the best of your knowledge. Here's masks in reverse. So that's what I'm saying about wealth. The mask of wealth is well-being. What you cannot pay for is your physical well-being. If you're ill, if you're sick, if you're ailing, if I'm just hearing that I'm illin', I'm illin', I'm illin', illin', I'm illin', like by Lil Wayne. That's kind of the, yeah, here's soul forgiveness again. 16:55 on the clock when I said that. So that's what I'm saying. It's not about mending the friendship. It's about acknowledging what it was. How it immunized you to yourself, to each other, to the world around you. And if that had significance, then you can speak about it. It's okay to be like, hey, this was a thing. This is number 17. Brazen. As a woman, I'm going to speak on it first. Because this says bra, and then it also says zen. So I'm going to take the zen from my own bra and contribute it to this wealth that I feel repaying myself for being a really good friend and for being a really good, I don't know, this is kind of ridiculous, but I've actually done this reading once today already, and this already came out, but this is Tituba. So I don't know, I was again being flippant about the energy behind American Horror Story. I've always, had my own personal starstruck moments, and that was one of them. That was one of the scariest series I've ever seen. It gave me nightmares. Like, it scared the bejesus out of me, okay? That's me brazenly telling you about a weakness, right? A wealth of information that now tells you about a weakness for me. Rewatching, Coven, season 3, with, Angela Bassett, and I don't know, the idea of Marie Laveau, and then watching Queenie and her role as Precious kind of overlapping some weird way in my brain. It was Tituba energy. It's feeling safe. It's loving the skin that you're in enough to be brazen about it. She's dancing in waterfalls. I do want to say, just as a little side note, this is mostly just me stroking my own ego, so please click off if you hate egotistical, narcissistic, self-centered humans like me. But there is this Nadia and the Secret of Blue Water energy coming through. And I'm only saying that because in the